Hello collective, happy Labor Day. Today is September 1st and I want to see what do you need to look out for the first week of September. I already filmed the September reading, so you can check that out. It's up. It's already been posted. So let's see, what does the collective need to look out for this week? I wanted to know what's the news deck. I got the what's the gossip deck. I saw Leslie's tarot using that deck, and I've been on the fence about getting it because I'm someone that doesn't really like gossip because I was the subject of gossip growing up, so I guess this is my way of healing that wound. Okay, let's see what comes up for the collective. What does the collective need to know? Okay, supersize me. Doing too much, excessive and overindulgence. My son is laughing. He's laughing at the card. My son is with me as I'm filming because me and him are going to go have breakfast soon. Honeymooning, love on the brain, talking often, feeling all the feels. Okay. Rebound. Flighty, temporary option, unpredictable intentions. This is interesting because when I was looking at the supersize me and it talks about doing things in excess, overindulging, doing too much, it made me think about love bombing and with the honeymooning. So maybe some of you are currently like in this, maybe dealing with somebody where they may be in a rebound. They probably ended a relationship and they may be in this place where they want attention and they're probably trying to do things to get attention. They may be doing things in excess, like, acting extra in some way. That's how I'm getting this. So this person may be like overdoing it with the showing love but it might be because they're trying to get some, I don't know, maybe it's they're trying to move away from somebody, try to redirect their love and attention towards somebody else so they could get over another person, because that's typically what happens with a rebound, right? But let's see. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who's overweight, likes red, wears red. I'm wearing red and I'm overweight. I'm joking. It's true though. But I am wearing red nail polish. But it could just be somebody that, maybe trying to create this relationship, trying to create this this idea of, oh, maybe this person can be my person, but it's more like, no, this is just a rebound. You're just transitioning from one relationship and you're just like trying to get over one person by getting on top of another, or getting under another. Is that how it goes? To get over someone, you have to get under someone. To get over a man, you have to get under another man. Some shit like that. Something like that. I don't know. It could be that this week. So maybe. But what does that have to do for this week? If that's what's going on with you. Okay, that's weird. Because I see the long haul. When I saw it, what I thought of was like maybe, okay, some of you may be in a rebound type of relationship, but there might be something transitioning where it's something that you thought was going to be short term, but then it ultimately transitions or changes or evolves into something that may stand the test of time, and it's a win it, long-term intentions invested. So I think that it could be that too. Like maybe the time you have been spending with somebody, it has cultivated a meaningful relationship or something that can be long-term, something that can be serious rather than it being a fling or like a one-off or whatever. But it could end up, the honeymoon card came out. So it could be like something that it could happen unexpectedly. Like maybe this is you and then your relationship is transitioning into something more serious where you and this person may discuss marriage. You may be discussing taking your relationship to a different level. But depending on the relationship itself, it could be that you're like, no, I don't really see myself with you for the long term. Or you can see it being something that can go the distance, that you can like focus on, that you can invest in. Is the bee following you? For real? Okay, hold on. Okay, I stopped the video by mistake. Okay, there was a wasp. It was not a bee, it was a wasp harassing me and my son. Okay, so yeah, I feel like some of you maybe have been in a rebound relationship, but it's transitioning into something more serious. Or it could just be something that you don't see it going for the distance. You don't see it going the distance, you know? Maybe you're finding out the person's doing things that you don't really like, that doesn't really align with you. So you may be moving away from that, you know? Let's see. So I want to go into the What's the Gossip deck. Okay. It's funny because crossroads, and then we saw the long haul card. Important choices, life-changing decisions, choose wisely, your next step matters. So, I mean, if that's something that resonates with you, you will know, depending on your situation, what the best course of action is. If you should stay, is this something worth investing in, or is something that you have to move on from? Okay, so what's the gossip? I'm gonna try to do it like Leslie does, even though I'm not Leslie, and she's amazing in her way. In her way, like you're amazing in your way, and I'm amazing in my way. Let's see. I just want to get the cards so I can clarify them. So the supersize me, honeymoon, rebound, long haul. Okay, what is the supersize me energy? Okay, me versus me, self-competition, personal growth, becoming better than yesterday, my only competition. So maybe somebody's overly focused on themselves at this time. Maybe they're not really taking other people into consideration. And some of you may be in a situationship with this person. Unclear boundaries, mixed signals, more than friends, less than lovers. What are we? So this person may not be ready to be in a relationship. If that's the case, maybe this is a situationship where you and them don't have any clear titles, and it's just, you know, I do like the way these figures look. It's like they're not happy in the. I'm like, what kind of situationship is it where you're both like this? I mean, ultimately, it can be like you're very frustrated that it's not progressing in any way, like the relationship is stagnant, or it just has this like surface level meaning. Like there's nothing deeper than that. What else? Yeah, because somebody seems to be more focused on themselves. They may be coming off as selfish because they're thinking about what they want rather than you, what you want, what's good for you. But then you also have to do the same for yourself. Ascension, yeah. Spiritual growth, higher awareness, next level consciousness, elevating myself. Yeah, like the me versus me. Maybe with this, whatever this relationship is, maybe it's been going on too extra. Maybe you've been putting too much energy, time and effort in this relationship, where it's now time for you to focus on yourself, because maybe this is what the other person's doing. They're focusing on themselves, thinking about their responsibilities and closure. Yeah. Yeah, maybe this is something that you may have to close out. Maybe there's something in this dynamic that's helping you realize that you've been doing too much, that you have been overexerting yourself, that you have been overgiving. And now it's time for you to focus on yourself so that you can ascend. And I think that maybe this is something that you've probably experienced in the past, where you've kind of maybe like repeating a pattern. And it's like now time to learn the lesson, move away from this. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about the person. It could just be about you. You know, stop overdoing it. Quit overdoing it. Because when you do that, it could come off as a bit manipulative. You know, like I mentioned, like love bombing. Love bombing is a manipulative tactic. You know, when you, because sometimes people do it and they don't realize it, you know, and I could say I'm guilty of that too. I could definitely say that about myself, because I am someone who is loving and generous, you know. Even my son could say I'm a love bomber, because I be love bombing him. Even though I'm not trying to manipulate him, I just love him so much. It may not fall into that category though, but it could be seen that way. I could see how it could be perceived that way by other people, you know. And I think the fact that I'm bringing that up too is maybe you're perceiving this person too as being a love bomber, but this person could be genuine about their feelings about you. I mean, you could take it as it resonates, you know. Everybody's situation is different, but depending on, it could be about you overcoming those thoughts, you overcoming like being overgiving or overloving. Is there such a thing? I mean, if in a love bombing, yeah, but it's manipulative. It could be about you closing out the cycle and just like moving on to the next level, you know. And it could even be like you closing out a cycle with this person. Like maybe if it is a rebound situation, it's about you closing out that rebound cycle or phase of the relationship, where it is something where it is transitioning into something that can be long term, you know. Maybe it started off as a rebound, but now it's becoming something else. It's evolved. But you know your situation more than I do. Wake up call. Spiritual awakening, sudden clarity, urgent awareness, can't ignore anymore. Like maybe some of you have been receiving signs. It could be red flags, but it could be having dreams, epiphanies that are bringing you some level of clarity about what you need to do moving forward. There's certain things that you can't ignore. Okay. So about the honeymooning. Hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching. Someone's watching. Secret admirer, hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest. So, you know what's interesting? I mean, it's a secret admirer, but there could be somebody that is just watching what's going on with you. They could probably see, or maybe this could be but no, you're with them. Unless the person has secret feelings that they haven't really shared with you. Hidden affection. Maybe you don't know how much somebody really loves you with the honeymooning card, but tell me more about this. Why is this secret admirer honeymooning? Friend zone, platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends like a sibling to me. Ew, okay. Oh crap, sugar-coated came out. Sweet but deceptive words, empty compliments, hidden insults, too good to be true. Yeah. Yeah, some of you probably are in this honeymooning. Let me see. Somebody's not being some sugarcoating. Like this is going back to like the love bombing energy. Saying what they have to say, doing what they have to do. Boundaries. Yeah, I think there's a need to create boundaries. I feel like some of you, maybe this person you may be dealing with, or it could be somebody around you, or just maybe honeymooning though. Oh, okay. I feel like somebody, secret admirer, maybe seeing you in a certain situation that you may have friend zoned, and they're seeing how you're being manipulated. They're seeing that how you're being manipulated, and then how unhappy you are, or how unhappy you're becoming in a situation. Especially your friend zone is a secret admirer. But most of the time when you friend zone somebody, I think it's because we kind of know they're into us in some way, but then we like letting them know that no, that you created a boundary with them, you know? You created some boundary with them. Or it could be somebody that you're deciding to friend zone. You're like, okay, I don't, you know, like this gone as far as it could go, and you know, it's time to stop this, you know? Maybe you may be putting up a boundary, but doing it in a way that you aren't hurting the person. Like you may be sugarcoating, letting this person know that you don't want to deal with them anymore in that way. You know, you might be ignoring their messages. You know, you may be less responsive than you have been in the past. Ignoring messages, waiting anxiously, no replies. Maybe they're just busy. Yeah, maybe it could be this person doing that too. You know, it could be them. You could take it as it resonates. Okay, tell us about the rebound. Breaking cycles. Ending harmful patterns. Freedom from repetition. New beginnings. It stops with me. Rebound. DM slide. Unexpected flirtation. Direct messages. Testing the water. Sliding into your inbox. It says 11-11. Some of you may be seeing 11-11. 1 and 3 may be significant to you. 13. I know I was seeing 13 on Saturday. A lot. Payday. Financial rewards, money rolling in, celebration of success, checks cashed. Check cashed. I feel like, okay, if this is somebody that's kind of like, look at let it go at the bottom. Releasing grudges, emotional freedom, forgiving yourself and others, free your heart. Because you know what came to my mind? Breaking the cycles and the DM slide, payday. I feel like that if, say, this person reaches out to you and you don't engage with them in some way, you no longer, it's like there may be like a habit you're doing that you repeat, you know, you're on repeat with it. But eventually, you get to the point where like you're seeing the pattern, you're like, I need to fucking stop this shit. I keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's like insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, thinking things are going to change, right? Having the same result, doing the same thing over and over again, but hoping for a different result. Now, so I think once you're able to break free from the cycle that you may be in with this person, that you're going to be seeing some sort of rewards. And it's interesting because I was watching this video on Instagram, and the person was talking about when you go through a karma, like you're finishing a karmic cycle or you're completing a karmic cycle, that you end up feeling a certain way. You end up feeling more tired, like you have to rest more. You feel lazy. But then also it's like this ascension that's happening within you. And because damn it, I'm trying to remember what exactly she said. It's like when you finally, things start to get hard for you. You become bitter, you become angry, you may be frustrated in some way. And it's because you've reached this point where like you're ready to like break the chains, you know? And then when that happens, you're ascending. So you have to rest. You have to recharge. But then this is where blessings come in, abundance comes in, you know? So I feel like if you're in this repetitive cycle of, you know, getting into these types of relationships that aren't necessarily healthy, that there may be love bombing where you basically manipulated in these relationships, and it's like the same, different person, no, same person, but a different meat suit. That's what they say. So you may be dealing with the same types of people, but they're just coming in different forms, you know, to teach you a lesson. But it's like once you overcome this, you know, you're able to ascend, because we did have the ascend card, right? We have ascension, and what is the other card? Ascension. We have closure, right? Breaking the cycles. These are spiritual. And like payday, you can think of it as spiritual. It's like a reward. you know, because I know from personal experience that whenever I change something, I get rid of well, it sounds like I hack somebody. Whenever I get like move away from somebody that isn't healthy for me, and like things improve for me. So it's like a reward. It's like, yay, you finished. Now here's your prize. That it could be that type of thing. But it's a matter of you creating and upholding boundaries, you know? Yeah, this reading was a little weird. It's a little weird. I use these new cards. I kind of like them. I do. So I'm going to end the reading there. I hope it was helpful in some way. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'm wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Bye.